Shingeki lasts through every era, truly a generational anime. The anime for One Piece is trash.
Okay, he's tweaking. The anime for One Piece isn't trash. The only thing that's trash about it is the pacing. The pacing is fucking horrible.
That's how all you have to do is appreciate your own series and someone's going to come in and dunk on it. I'm not exaggerating. I can't name another series that has this same problem to the same extent.
Probably Bleach. Bleach gets hella hate. Bleach and Dragon Ball Z get crazy hate. Crazy hate.
That's not a subjective opinion. That's an objective fact. The anime is not that good.
I think someone needs a refresher on what objective means of a person or their judgment, not influenced by personal feelings or opinions.
Objectively, the anime is amazing. It's not the best anime though. I don't like that. I don't think and you know a bunch of niggas gonna disagree with me. I don't think One Piece is the best anime ever. I just don't.
Considering and representing facts, what you just described is objectively not being objective because your feelings and opinions about the One Piece anime are heavily influenced.
And his name is Straw Hat Aura, so you know what his favorite show is.
Influenced by your personal feelings and opinions.
It is the most dropped anime and the most non-wanting to watch anime to exist.
And this isn't wrong. Based on community data, notably, the record of the highest numbers of users dropping often cited due to extensive filler episodes. Yeah.
No, it's just not though, is it?
First off, there's only 2 anime from the old generation that could ever be put into the new generation and the next generation. And that is either Bleach or that is Dragon Ball.
And that's a fact, but listen what this nigga's about to say. That's a fact.
As far as I'm aware, 1,000-Year Blood War doesn't even get that much hype. So
tweaking. But 1,000-Year, it does get that much hype. It does, bro. I remember people were going crazy that I think they was gonna reanimate Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach were dropping at the same time. Niggas was going crazy off that shit. Bleach gets the most hate. Like this nigga's hating on this shit, but it is what it is.
Go ahead and inform me. When's the last time someone brought up Bleach outside of a power scaling context?
And just so people know, One Piece has influenced 0 manga.
But we're not going to talk about that time Bleach's 1,000-Year Blood War got outperformed by a One Piece filler episode. I suppose.
It said influence, but okay. That
was for Bleach.
But that episode though, that fan letter episode, that could have been a fucking movie. That's
agenda that would be pretty counterproductive.
And you know how he just said
by a One Piece filler episode. I suppose for a Bleach agenda that would be pretty counterproductive.
And you know how
it did better than it, but not by much. It literally by 0.40 points, y'all. That's crazy though.
Big 3 is a term.
Stop it. Somebody gonna say I'm coping.
Yeah, they made a new term called the father of new battle shonen, and that's Bleach. Bleach was
no, okay. And what he's saying is a fact. I need to hear what this nigga's gonna say about this.
In 2024, the father of new battle shonen.
Sounds super legit. By the way, did I
mention? No, that is such cap. It's not even super. It says Dragon Ball. No, bro, no, that is such cap. Dragon Ball is done. Dragon Ball Z is done. Super is trash. Dragon Ball Z is done. Every new anime. The reason why he said that is because every new anime is inspired by Bleach, JJK, Black Clover. That's the only 2 I can think of right now. There's something else. Think. I cannot think right now. But those are the 2 main that came to my head. I know there's another one that I can't believe I can't think about that shit right now. But yes, come on, bro. Come on. So many, matter of fact, fuck what the fans say. Listen to the authors of the show. They said they're heavily inspired by Bleach.
It's not a fucking thing.
Fun fact, you know, all this negativity and shit aside, fun fact, niggas are trying to say like Itadori and Yuji is like Naruto and Sasuke to a certain extent. I see it. I thought that was a funny little thing, but in reality, I see Bleach characters fucking everywhere. Even the domain expansion just reminds me of Bunkai. Like, bro, I love Bleach.
This comes from professionals. This is an official title.
Clearly.
He's not only a part of the big 3, but he's part of the new big 3. That's crazy.
There is no new big 3, and even if there was, Bleach would not be invited.
There is no new big 3. But what would be the new big 3? Let me know what y'all think.
It's crazy.
Bleach and Dragon Ball are the greatest in the big 3.
Dragon Ball's not part of the big 3. I cannot believe
that's a fact.
Going into 2026 and having to explain this. And I'm not one of those TikTok readers who says Dragon Ball has no story, because that's flat fucking wrong. But to say that it would be one of the most influential pieces of media ever if it came out today is insanity.
Oh my God, bro. Okay. Listen to me. Stay with me. Now listen to me. What they're showing right now, Luffy in One Piece, they're symbols of peace. Luffy, all he wants is freedom. So this makes sense. Why the fuck would I be flying around Goku's Turtle Hermit Gi or Ichigo's Hollow Mask? It has nothing to do with this. It's the most influential because there's fucking revolution shit like that and they're holding up the. What else? What other anime would have held up? What, Code Geass, my nigga? No, bro, no, like no. So I hate this argument. I hate it. Dragon Ball Z influenced so much anime. Bleach influenced so much new anime. Let's just discredit that because there's a nigga in fucking somewhere over there in the Middle East fighting for freedom and they're holding up a One Piece flag. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Is this shit not influential? Yes, this shit's influential as fuck. But this combating shows that don't follow this shit at all just doesn't make any sense to me.
Also find it funny that the Bleach guy wants to talk about influence but won't talk about the riots with One Piece flags. And if influence is a valid metric, why aren't manga sales? One Piece handily outsold Bleach. On the topic of influencing new gens, I think most new gens fucking suck. That's not an accomplishment. If I teach 1,000 people how to drive and 700 of them get into car accidents, does that make me a good driver just because I taught 1,000 people? I know the video was for engagement, but I want this post.
If I teach 1,000 people how to drive and 700 of them so a lot of the new gen anime do suck, and that's Bleach as fuck. I was inspired by Bleach, but your show is not a. I don't know. I don't. That part right there. I don't really.
To reach actual Bleach fans with crazy egos, because that describes a lot more of you than I'd like it to.
Nah, let me see what. Hey, I just want to. Before I get to these comments, a lot of these comments I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna make this first. Second off, his last part, if I teach 1,000 people how to drive and 700 suck, but that's just reality. I don't really get that. And if I make peak and people inspire to make my peak and then they don't do a good job, that has nothing to do with me. You're just everybody trying to be as good as me. I'm just that nigga. You know what I mean? But let's say real Bleach fan never speaks ill of one of the peak of peak Naruto. That's not really funny to me. Facts, I love all three. One Piece is my favorite, but damn, I was eating good watching Naruto and Bleach, especially. Thank you. Oh, me. Bleach fans are the most chill. It sucks personally. I can't get into Bleach. That's not crazy. It sucks. That's politically. Bleach is a heavy investment and can feel slow at times. That's a fact. Okay. This comment section. Yeah, okay, that's a fact. No hate, but Bleach is like the youngest of the big three to me that wants to be like its older siblings. How does it? They are completely different stories that are completely separate from Naruto, One Piece. True. What does it say? Bingo. Yeah, it's completely. Yeah, I don't know. That is hate. That is. I don't get that. It wants to be like its older siblings. I don't know. Nigga, the main character's goal is to protect the people he loves. Okay, One Piece has no influence. Okay, I'm not. Oda has outsold Harry Potter. Okay, another thing too. Harry Potter's done. Like. I love One Piece, bro. Disclaimer, I love One Piece. It's one of my favorite shows, top 5, whatever. Now let's stop. One Piece is still going on. It's going to outsell a lot of people. It's been going on for 20 years. Harry Potter's done. A lot of these shows are done. They're finished. They're done. Like, it's over. Now think about it. Bleach, like, matter of fact, I want to go back to what he said earlier. There we go. Here we go. First things first. This is the most dropped anime, most whatever. It is seconds only to One Piece when it fucking came out. Tell me that's not influence. So what are we gonna discredit? My nigga, if One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z all drop, they will be in the top 5. And we can all admit that. Like, that's a fact. This shit dropped after years and years and I think almost a fucking decade and some change of not having nothing out. As soon as it dropped with part 3, the 3rd season of the new arc, it's second to One Piece that's still going on. One Piece will probably always have the #1 episode, no cap, or at least top 10 episodes. It's fucking One Piece. And like I said before, Fan Later is that filler episode is just peak cinema. And Bleach, episode 3. I can't remember that, but it has eyes on it, so that shit had to be fucking good if eyes in it, no cap. But it's second to One Piece by 0.40 points, and we're still disrespecting it. It's crazy, bro. The most dropped anime came back and went fucking stupid. But Aura speaking facts on my
Hey,
shit.
I know I said I would.
I fucked up. Okay, let me see. Aura speaking facts on my For You page. I'm home. Nigga, you haven't posted like too much. I understand college and stuff, but goddamn. Okay, as a Bleach fan, it's certainly the strongest of the big 3, but in no world is it better story than One Piece. Naruto is easily the worst of the big 3 in my opinion. That's not crazy. I don't think that's crazy, but the strongest, I'm not sure. Scaling is kind of weird. Nope, we're not doing that. Fuck no. Looking at One Piece hate from a Bleach fan, Ichigo is a basic MC. Ooh, Ichigo's a basic MC. He only seems basic because the show was good. Other animes based the MCs off of him. He's basic, and it's losers who want to be unique who gas him up to being someone he's not. Show is literally a 6.5 out of 10. A lot of mangas that have taken inspiration from Bleach end up having the most basic MCs. The whole series end up being a hype and aura farming contest. The appeal of the big three is all three protagonists are basic, and Luffy created by a child pepper. Yeah, when niggas saying Ichigo's a basic MC, he's not basic MC. I'm not gonna get into that whole debacle and shit like that. He's not. He's actually the nigga's 15 years old in the regular world trying to figure out his life. His mom died when he was young, and ever since his mom died, he wasn't strong enough to protect her. That's his basic goal. He wants to protect all the people that he loves. You feel me? And that comes with a lot of shit. He burdens a lot of shit sometimes, and sometimes it's up to a fucking 15-year-old to solve a 1,000-year war. My nigga, it's fucking crazy, ain't it? Nobody calling Bleach anything. I don't know what that means. Bleach is just Bleach, maybe with a capital B. I don't get it. I think we just gotta get it straight. Bleach is fire, so is One Piece. Thank you. That's a fact. Bleach is objectively the worst in the big three. I've seen the comment. Bleach fans, when they realize they're only in the big three because Toshikashi has back problems, 100 gaps in sales per volume. Okay. I woke up one day and heard Bleach is now the most influential anime of all time. No, I don't know why people be disagreeing with this shit. I don't know why. It is what it is. Or is right. Bleach is complex in its own right. I watch both. They're both good. I really don't get how Bleach fans even dare to target One Piece when One Piece isn't even a finished series. It's already miles ahead in almost every aspect. I dropped Bleach for One Piece. One Piece is objectively bad. Did this man just include? Okay, I'm done. The comments didn't really. Actually, the comments didn't make me mad. They're just not really talking about nothing. But yeah, that's that. I just wanted to react to that real quick. In my opinion, no. I love One Piece. I love Bleach. I love Naruto. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love Hunter x Hunter. I love Fullmetal Alchemist. I love all these things. And in my opinion, just quick little hot takes for saying this video off. The best anime of all time is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. No show pairs close to that. It's only 60-something episodes. Got straight to the point. All the shit is complex characters. It's Full Metal Alchemist, and that title in itself is funny because Full Metal is from his brother, and the Alchemist is from Edward, the primary main character, if you catch my drift. And they call him Full Metal Alchemist because they think, I think you get what I'm saying from that. Bleach is my favorite out of the big three. It literally goes Bleach, One Piece, then Naruto, and Naruto is not the worst. It's just not my favorite. One Piece is not not that much better than Naruto, and I think Bleach is fucking leagues better than One Piece and Naruto. I do believe that, but I do not think that One Piece is trash. I do not think Naruto is trash. I do not think any of them things. I'm just stating what I believe about those animes. You know what I mean? Bleach, I related with Bleach a lot because I watched that shit as a teenager going into my young adult years, especially my first few years of college. I rewatched Bleach, and that shit resonated with me for real, because for one, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in my life, and two, I'm just trying to make everyone around me better, nigga. God damn, life was hard when I was that age, so that's why I resonated with it. Naruto as a main character did not really touch with me because you got me fucked up if that a whole entire village just hates me for some shit I couldn't even fucking control because some old ass nigga would have missing half his face, told the village, yeah, fuck that nigga. And nigga said, yeah, fuck that nigga. But I can keep going about that. Luffy is not relatable at all. I think Luffy is low-key mentally retarded. And yeah, Luffy just doesn't. Luffy's a good character, but as a main character, from my perspective, someone to relate to, no, Luffy is not one of my favorite main characters at all. He's one of my favorite characters, but no, I'm good. My favorite character in One Piece is probably Zoro or Sanji or Jinbei. This is between them three. And what else? Dragon Ball Z is Dragon Ball Z. I have no disrespect for Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z got all of us into anime. If you're an old anime nigga, if you've been watching anime since Toonami and the pirate websites and the YouTube with the fucking video in the corner, if you've been watching anime like that, then yes, yes, I have love for Dragon Ball Z. I have love for all that shit. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. And I am mentally prepared for the Bleach hate, the Naruto hate, all the hate, if anybody sees this video. And I digress.